Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. I want to kill myself.
Oh, we're finally starting chapter 2.
I'm upset that that happened.
I finally woken up from my coma. Sam, there with you as always.
You know, half the time, it doesn't really seem like you can dodge.
No.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Are you
Just
doing,
what?
no damage to him? Or are you trying to parry him?
I'm trying to parry. I'm trying to parry. I know it works because I literally just did it to the Gwyn in Quaylog's room. It's just this guy is cheating.
Does it one-shot him or something? What's going on here?
No, it's like if I can parry him and riposte him 4 times, he'll kill him. He'll do enough damage. Gwyn is actually extremely easy to parry. It's just that I'm not getting the motions right. And the parrying dagger increases the window to parry by a lot.
Bo's been paid for the week off. So, this is a new one. A burden to bear. Do I really have to take her to a transition center? We all know how that ends. It's just euthanization.
Oh, God. Heal. Fucking, I don't know how I keep on avoiding that grab. %60 chance for a different enemy to be chosen when it chooses Gwyn the first time when he appeared. 3 times. Yeah.
I think it depends on how many options are in each level for this game. Depends on how long it takes to load, because it loads everything at the same time, like every broadcast along with every, like, option segment.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're fired.
What for? Facial sabotage?
Jenny? Problem? I want her fired today, now.
Oh, my bit rates.
No, it won't be alright, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
Like me saying, oh my god, earlier was just me reacting to the thing that was downloading. I wasn't even looking at the screen yet.
Stay where you are, Kath.
Jenny? This is not Jenny's decision. Or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to Boatman.
Oh, good.
That's
You can tell him I'll return
What just
this
happened there?
casserole dish. It's had a
Did that thing
our
just
third
break?
VCR
Did
is
you?
broken.
Dude,
Jenny.
man. This is why we need to switch to Blu-ray already, man. Why can't we upgrade?
Because we keep being given these videotapes.
I mean,
must
let's
be
be honest,
played.
Blu-ray. Oh, right, that one.
She nearly blinded me.
10 seconds,
I thought
everybody.
Advance isn't
Let's
gonna
not.
be-
Better, Jeremy, you know that.
Yeah.
Just stop being so
Five,
high-minded.
Oh my
Do your
God.
job.
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Don't tempt me.
This is the amount of bitrate I expect to see when I'm looking
Good
at a
evening.
guy
I'm
streaming a
Megan
game with a
Wolf.
lot
I'm
of
Jeremy
fucking
Dawson.
grass.
Our main
There's no
headlines
grass
tonight.
here.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions
Wow.
on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and even some medicines. But how should we react? We asked the public.
What are your reaction to the sanctions?
Off with his fucking outrageous.
Yeah, I know that guy.
My mom needs insulin. Am I supposed to get her transitioned? What's the government doing about it, eh?
Thanks, Patrick. Important stuff.
Yes.
Controversial Prime
Tony,
Minister
stop.
Julia Salisbury attempted to assuage growing public concerns with the following official statement released earlier today.
The international sanctions declared against this country today by the World Council remind us that now, more than ever, we need
The
to
World
come
Council
together
just
as a
sounds
team.
fucking stupid. It sounds more dumber than the United
However, we
Nations.
have eradicated
basically the UN.
poverty, and as a
I know.
people, we've
It sounds
come
it sounds
forward
more
to
incompetent, which is
levels
shocking.
impossible. Our schools, hospitals, and youth clubs are thriving.
I'm guessing this is the new interference.
Yeah, it's the new interference minigame they're doing.
In any sane world, we would be held up as a model to emulate.
I mean,
Evidently, this is not that world.
probably better that way.
The privileged few have lobbied, and now they are striking back. But we will not cower before their tantrums. And we encourage other progressive nations of the world to continue to trade, visit, and share
Stop
their
misusing the
cultures
word
with ours.
progressive,
Do not be afraid.
please.
We have more
You're pissing
ways
me
than
off.
we can count.
It's very progressive.
We are a team, now more than ever. And this team is on your side.
There we go.
Thank you.
But hey, you got practice on that now.
Reassuring stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our refreshingly different government? Robin Short found out.
I don't like her.
I was wondering if you could tell me what you think of the government.
She sucks.
What? That shower of iridescent pricks, punishing success and rewarding laziness. They're taking this country
Yeah.
down the
Yeah,
bloody swine.
yes, this man.
And it's not just me that thinks so. My wife Iris.
This man's my hero.
A whole lot of problems. Protests were held today at the controversial construction site for Remington's Fist's physics-defying MOOBS project. Since digging
That's
straight through the earth
named.
began 6 months ago, the project has been beset
It's
by
greatly
problems,
named.
including localized tremors and the heat deaths of many of the workforce.
Residents of the
Heat
nearby
death.
town of Calamity today converge on the construction site with sincere, if misspelled, placards demanding a suspension of digging until safety checks can be carried out.
Of course, that's half the world away. But what does this country think? Patrick.
What's your opinion of the MOOBS project?
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What's to stop it, right? Dropping out the other end and just falling forever.
Gravity?
What?
No, it
Did,
don't exist.
oh,
Papers
okay.
at the gates of dawn. Commuters in the capital this
First of
morning
all, is
found
that the
themselves
only man that could
surprised
ever
and
they could get to
amused
interview? Second
by
of
the
all,
latest
that
stunt
man
from
has
popular property
opinions.
disrupt.
Silent protests were held outside underground stations.
The guy
throughout
probably
the
thinks
capital,
that the
bringing
world's
a
flat too.
pleasantly surreal quality to the morning commute.
Unless, like me, you have a phobia of mimes.
But how do we, as a country, really
Understandable.
feel about Disrupt? Robin?
How do you feel about Disrupt?
Oh, well, now you're talking. Ruddy hero, showing us not to take it lying down like Iris here.
So you both feel
Oh
there are
my
causes
God.
to support it?
Well, Iris doesn't speak her mind, but we're pretty sure there's still one in there, aren't we, love? Wherever
What?
it is, it loves Disrupt, fighting the oiks for our freedom. And what could possibly be wrong with that?
Do you need me to get you some help?
Injury time? Fierce rival doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensford today sent a joint
forgot
statement
there
to
was
the
a man
service
with that name.
appealing for an urgent shipment of
Yeah.
supplies.
After breaking into two warring factions, things seem to have gone from bad to worse for the ill-fated expedition. They look like they could really use some supplies, Jeremy.
Or possibly a peace negotiator.
But with the pair arguably being their own worst enemies, how should we feel about sending them the resources they need to carry on? Patrick Bannon found out.
How do you feel about sending supplies?
No fucking way. Let them kill each other. Maybe they'll learn something. Work with my kids.
Worked with your kid.
I am not a number.
Just letting them kill each other.
Finally
Work for his
open
kids.
today for
They'll
the
work
new
for them.
advanced team membership cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations.
I dislike
including the
this.
police, banks, and rightfully, pubs and bars.
And of course, there's no charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be true.
Well, you've always been a cynic. But most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new team membership cards?
Well,
Team membership cards?
Absolutely bloody not. It's the thin end of the wedge, isn't it, Iris? First it's, can I see your identification, sir? And then it's, would you mind bending over the table, sir? So Sergeant State Educated and Constable Regional Accent here can stick their truncheon up your derriere.
Oh, crikey!
They should call them what they are. They're bloody ID cards. Oh, for Christ's sake, what is
'Cause
it?
they are.
Oh, I'm really not happy, Algernon! I'm so sorry. Crikey.
Is that all you have to say, lady?
Getting
It's
stuck
crikey.
in a shameless attempt to cash in on his bad boy
Apparently.
status, Shane celebrity Johnny Hamsleeves announced a new line of real ale. at
But
a
then my
press
old man is
conference
100%
earlier
right,
today.
though. That
The new brew,
It's all terrible.
entitled Headbutt Ale, in reference to his controversies of last year, promises a night you'll
I don't know who
pretend
this
you
guy
regret.
is.
Or
what
possibly
am I
a night
looking
you'll
at?
pretend you remember.
So what should we
Is that
all
a
think of
drunkard?
Johnny's latest attempt to
Pictured
market his
puking
notoriety?
earlier?
Patrick?
Oh,
Really care, love.
Your thoughts there?
it's okay.
Tonight, in a break from our usual responsibilities, Jeremy will be taking popular rapper Jesus to task over his street credibility. And then we'll both be meeting the team behind the new play that's got theatre critics buzzing with anticipation.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Oh, this next segment's gonna be 7 minutes long. Now, then this isn't just like a one-off fucking chapter. This is like a whole damn thing. There's gonna be multiple of these. This is gonna take a while.
First tonight, let's return to our main story.
With the shine coming off Advance's popularity,
And the honeymoon period pretty much over.
the National Nightly News has spared no expense in bringing you the response to today's sanctions from across the continent.
Joining us to help digest this shocking development are Prime Minister Peter Clement from his home in Landfordshire.
Good evening, Jeremy.
And from Urkistan Foreign Minister Ivan
But didn't he?
Kovac.
It's a great pleasure.
Didn't he get
Miss
shocked?
Wolf, you like...
And from Svenland,
Well, I mean,
Minister of
we were the
Motor
one
and
that took the
Hey,
worst of the shocking.
everybody.
Minister Vodovic, your country pushed especially hard for these sanctions. Any regrets?
My only regret
I was under the
not
impression
able to
that
see
like
the
he
face
would
of
be
my
dead.
old friend Peter Clements
Nah.
when the results of the vote were announced.
Because the
As you say,
because the
he has
funeral
won up
part of
against
the
Bottoms.
teaser stuff was involving someone else, unless he's died later.
Probably ugly and dangerous to some small creatures, yeah?
Oh, don't worry, Minister. Ivan and I go way back. He's a wind-up merchant who can't put for shite.
Pete,
He's just trying to get a rise out of me.
you're like a man who load dissidents onto train to labor camp, not because of love of country, but to make up for size of his tiny penis.
Been on the vodka, Ivan.
I like how that wasn't
What of
censored.
you? I see you on election night.
Yeah.
The mouth-like man thinks he's singing beautiful lullaby. But actually, he's squealing like a pig in hands of Randy Big Dick Palmer, eh?
Actually,
But
we're
that's censored.
Bavarians. We aren't size obsessed. We value passion, yeah? Like the way we spoke up for Mr. Clements' country at the World Council.
That's all well and good. And high and mighty, but where were you for the actual vote, then? Off fingering each other's fjords?
Actually, that's kind of racist. And if you must know, I've had like a really tiring afternoon and my
duh.
tongue is very thoughtless.
Prime Minister, with Advance's popularity on the wane...
You don't have to bring that up at every given opportunity, you know.
Peter is like man who think he's sniffing flowers in beautiful glade. But he's actually standing under outflow pipe from shit factory at shit flushing time on day of village festival of shit. I tell him this at 19th hole.
You're making our job kind of hard, bud.
Believes that left to their own devices, people will
I think I got most of the censor there.
It's nature of all beasts.
However, in this country, we think our citizens are capable of being more than beasts.
Pathetic idealism.
Mr. Björk, Svenland has long had radically different traditions and culture from the rest of the world, and yet it peacefully coexists. Why do you think that is?
Well, you know, I think maybe the world sees us as something they can actually spiritually be enlightened to, yeah?
Yeah, or maybe it's the orgy houses.
Sometimes, when foreign dignitaries come to visit us, they're actually quite skeptical, actually. So we take them on a visit to the Dung.
Want to say actually one more time?
District and show them what like a
What was that name? Word?
society looks like, yeah?
Shit of bull. Svenland is like woman who thinks she make best cake in village hot baking contest. And then when she slices it open, it's just full of piss and cum.
That's just really gross, actually.
Svenland is a teeny tiny country. With population smaller than number of people, Peter Clemens is sex with his teeny tiny penis.
It's not all about size.
Again, that's not censored.
That's what Peter Clemens always claimed.
I'm talking about population size.
And I'm talking about Peter Clemens' teeny tiny...
Oh, fuck off, Ivan!
Oh, Prime Minister, please.
It's so easy to sit on your pile of money and gloat, isn't it, pal? You're a shite leader. A fucking god-awful golfer. And quite frankly, as my old man used to say, you're a bit of a cunt.
Prime Minister, please.
It's you who is cunt.
Minister Vodovich, please.
Your people are fucking starving, pal.
We will see how well fed your people are when the sanctions start to bite. You think your man like big, scary wolf person terrorizing village, when actually a pathetic goose person searching puddle for tiny dropped off.
This is exactly what politics is like.
You're nailing it.
Sandland, we believe, like,
Yeah, this is like, it's shocking how accurate it is.
Oh, fuck off, yeah.
Okay, if everybody could just calm down.
You're so smug on golf course.
I wish interviews and speeches were more like this in real life. At least it'd be entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
The people never happy. It's never enough.
It's certainly true that Advance's popularity
It's on the fucking wane. Yeah, let's go with this bollocks again, shall we? Actually, you know what? Nah, fuck this. I'm done with this.
Prime Minister, please don't storm out.
No. I have had enough of you, Mr. Jeremy Donaldson, and your Snyder side.
But I like
you
Jeremy
could make
Donaldson.
a better job of things, do ya?
No, he's gonna get fucking shot for being a dissident.
Let me tell ya, your channel is a fucking disgrace.
Hey, don't you insult me.
You insinuate
Hey.
and edit against us and pick your headlines so people don't trust us. The sooner you roaring monsters
Well, I
are taken
mean,
into
to be
public
fair,
ownership, the happier
in
everyone this
regards to the
country will
media,
be.
it's kind of is like that.
Well, we've not got long until the adverts, so...
I'm sorry for the outburst, Miss Wolf. Julia thinks very highly of you, and I know you're not the one making the editorial decisions.
Do any of you have anything you wish to add?
Well, I mean,
about
neither
the
is Jeremy
sanctions?
Donaldson. You see, if you want to shoot somebody, shoot the guy in the call with me right now. He's the one that's doing it.
Wait. I'm from another country. I don't speak English. I know advance.
You know, I think it would be a terrible shame here if the people of your country, which is
I'm sorry. Listen, sir. Listen, you're not illegal. I actually have your papers here, so you're a citizen. So I mean, can't help you.
This wonderful, civilized,
With quotations.
inventive
Quotations.
You know, I need the
Quotations.
We're not
Simply at the
scared of these
windows.
sanctions. There's no walls at our door, only the
Is anyone outside the window pointing a gun with a red dot on me?
So no, I'm not afraid. In fact, I doubt we'll lose a wink of sleep because we're strong and we're well
Quotations.
resourced, and we don't back down to bullies.
And on that note, we have to wrap up.
Ministers, Prime Minister, thank you for joining us.
We'll be back after these messages. 1 minute back.
Peter, you're so easy. So many buttons to push.
Piss off, Ivan.
Well, I see you at Grange this weekend.
No, I've got meetings. Some tossers impose sanctions on the country.
Well, shit.
I mean, wow.
So that happened. Roaring monsters.
Public ownership.
You two are like a couple who think you are king and queen of village when actually you are just...
Wait, that was a shadow. Wait, what?
Censorship should show up in blue. Same as regular censoring. Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
What?
Are there phone broken too? Did our phone get fried?
Probably.
I still meant to bow to royalty.
What?
Should I just like curtsy?
Hang on. Have they given you the Crown Prince report?
What?
Meghan?
Who's this?
This is Jeremy, and he'll be interviewing you.
Oh.
Yo, thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's kind of.
Let's say Jay Zuz.
You're not gonna ask me about the chimp, are you?
Live in 10 seconds.
He put that get up on himself. I'm just saying.
That's supposed to be discount Jay-Z.
Going in 5.
I think so.
4, 3. Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first,
8 minutes, 20 seconds, all right.
spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honor and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jay-Z.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honor to be here on your show, the news. You know, as a kid on the streets.
Yo, that's
I used
close to
walk through
Jay-Z.
a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop.
I feel like this is going to be a one-sided interview.
The elderly lady took pity on me.
Yeah.
You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man.
Hey, yo, that she died.
You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment,
What?
I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What?
Okay, okay. That's a hard swerve from what that was about to be.
You're known for your direct and honest lyrics.
How did you survive if you were 18 months old on the streets?
Well, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just too hard.
But anyways.
So my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as their de facto leader. They call me Mr. Cheese Slice. Anyway, we were like a family.
Yeah, it would seem. Recently, you've been quite outspoken about the government.
Yeah, fuck
Giving
the
up on the
government.
script.
Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so?
Well, you know, they stole from us. They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Which one was Peter?
Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
Was Peter the communist? I don't remember.
Surely that's a cause close to your
Okay,
heart?
well, I agree with him then.
Yeah, nah, of course, man, very much so. I just mean, like, why do I have to pay for it, you know?
You don't. People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Yep, that's no good.
I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing, and I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you work harder than, say,
True.
a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help, say, vulnerable children? Mr. Cheese Slice?
What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of
Or
like...
maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs.
This is DMCA.
I'm going to do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah. You love it.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship system. What's the worst that could happen? So here he is with a new song.
You better get your finger ready.
It's Jesus.
First, you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Oh no.
It's gonna be at least 3 minutes long.
We're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the elation from your participation. Still 2 leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams. So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise, of the crest of the wave. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this blue is like blending in with the white,
so
so I
this
think
is
I
for
may
the
have
snuff, one's the push, then the shove, one's the foot, the
Who knows what the
fucking loved ones who had like a
red stands out quite well.
The ones who now
I haven't been able to notice anything because of the bit rate, but we say no.
Who had to flee a nation, the ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glass to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. And the best of the praise, of the crest of the ways. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stay.
Any actual news station would have just taken this off the air immediately.
Get out of your seats, get your asses in the streets, set a fire in the building, let them feel some fucking heat. Say you hate to go getters, no squilling bet betters.
I get in trouble for not censoring any of this stuff.
Gonna take
like I don't know, like it might be like, yo, government says censor all this stuff calling us out, but you know, we're not gonna do what they say, clearly, because fuck them commies.
I mean, they insulted me, so therefore they get what they get.
Let your hearts and your minds and your fists to destruct.
Jesus there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your lyrics.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home...
Yeah, we didn't attempt any of that shit.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any outside interference. You have my word.
Jeremy Donaldson.
We will never censor ideas.
I did not
Back to you,
do
Megan.
that.
We did not do that.
Language there. Sorry about that.
Jeremy.
Well, thank you to little Jeremy Donaldson for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
That's the ads.
Jenny, this is fucking outrageous.
Thank you so much. If you could just come with me.
No, this is ridiculous. Who do I complain to?
This is just a mix-up, I'm sure. Now, if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh,
you to
trust
leave
me.
it.
My father's going to hear about this.
I understand. This is unbelievable, Megan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
Just a reminder, fixing that old VCR.
Oh, that's what that guy was talking about with the blue type of censorship. It's just like old censorship.
Here we go.
Oh, shut up, stop.
Look at him.
That VCR just broke, dude.
Get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Megan, Jeremy, you remember Mr. Algebra?
We
And
improvise.
Mr. Harris, and this is Ms. Radin.
What?
Philippa, please.
We're back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Perhaps a lower order demon.
This is awfully exciting,
Take
isn't it?
A and we'll just
Okay
redo it.
then.
You
We're
know.
going live in 10 seconds, opening on camera 1.
Sorry.
Yeah, it'll be just like Twitch, where there's only two types of advertisements on the entire site.
Now we just pop in a new one, you know.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken. Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces. You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Nice shortcut there to the face.
We're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Radin, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring
Akimbo.
out of me like an immense
What does
hog.
wait legs
Cindy comes
akimbo?
in, she says, peace on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Why would you say it like why?
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway.
And why would he be saying,
yeah,
yo, I
Pete,
got
he
two
says-
legs?
He says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see. He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation?
Okay,
How
it's
would you like to
clearly
really make a difference?
government-sanctioned propaganda coming.
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a
That
career
is not
in
worded
theatre.
correctly.
I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
That is.
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No,
Well, I mean,
wouldn't
if you're
say
working
so.
at home,
Sorry, would you just
you
give us
know,
a sense of what the show is actually about?
you're able to do that, but if you're not,
how hard it's been for me and some of
that's
the struggles
weird.
that I've faced. It's like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
It's catchy. We actually have some
Okay.
clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son.
Okay.
You're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
What?
Wow.
Gandalf?
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris? I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale
Camera
regional
two.
theatre, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into. What's different about this show, then? Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap
I mean, lady, if
opera
you
or,
want to
God
fix that,
forbid,
just
a
find a
pantomime.
group to play
But,
D&D
you know,
with at that rate.
This show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show.
Oh, good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my my steady hand on the tiller. my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock. Can you give us a
Pants off,
sneak
okay.
of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
Yep. We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
Amazing.
You'll never take the sacred pass!
And
beautiful.
Am I right in saying this was
Oh, this is just like a weird little like reverb there.
All paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, was actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which, frankly, would have been a travesty.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ!
Goodness, we do this
CGI
every
director
night.
kid.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor. Jeff?
Better CGI than most movies.
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And how can the folks at home come and see this for themselves? We're performing all over the nation. And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Yes, it's unbelievable, Megan.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt you'll have taken our jobs.
Yeah.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm
I'm expecting that to be very literal.
Have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Oh.
That was weird.
Something happened there at the end. I don't know what it was. I need to rewatch that later. 'Cause something
Like
happens.
that. Like that might have been like a handoff to like a message or something. That like there's some underground shit happening there.
Yeah.
Completely average. Are you ever not gonna be poor?
If I don't start taking bribes, probably not.
Yeah. What do these things mean?
That's the advanced logo that shows the
Okay,
board's
advance.
going down.
Okay, advance is on top. Good. We want that to go down.
Then there's disrupt. Support for that is going up. I'm guessing
I'm
this
okay
is
with
the
that.
channel we're on. And it shows a broken arm, so...
Rat Run Channel 1 News. We'd probably have to like toe the line to keep our thing going, but disrupt all the way.
We just have to make sure the government doesn't come and take our job / execute us.
Which it'll be sad because they'll probably go for Jeremy Donaldson first.
Nah, he's showing full support for them. They're not gonna take him down. Yet.
I wonder if he's ever going to be able to finish this sandwich on camera.
He never got to finish his sandwich on lockdown.
While this loading screen's happening, I'll be back. I'm going to see about getting some goldfish.
Alright.